pause music for now. It was a torch session and a half. Torch session hybrid. We got to zone in to help you appreciate this stuff too. Oh, 6. What is a 6? The caretaker. The ultimate nurturer. The most beautiful. The hermaphrodite. The finalization of the second cycle of numbers. The 4, 5, 6, the second cycle of numbers. The more honed in cycle. The first cycle represents being everything. The second cycle is more honed in specifics. Also being everything though still. Source energy. 6. The nurturer. So you have honing on your work, honing on yourself, honing on your passions, honing on your real truth, self challenges accepted. 4. Then you have the 6, the caretaker, the nurture. The nurture. This is showing you that Monday is showing you already. Where's your actualized actions on the care of yourself? Where's your actualized actions on the care of yourself? Monday's showing you that immediately. Free, breathe in the summer air is coming. And breathe in that heightened, mature spring air is now. Don't get lost in the programming of the word mature. Just appreciate it. Its essence. Next letter, 5. 14. 5 is telling you accept radical change and accept any true radical change as your fundamental allowance of existence. To allow new programming to be allowed to be placed in. In other words, rearrange your age programming to allow you're still the divine child you always have been and you always will be, and no matter what at any moment. Let go of your egotistical age programming to allow your admittance of your divine child. You're 65, you're just trying to learn the numbers. You're just trying to learn the understanding of age 11 again. That's it. Allow it. When you allow the refurbishment of energy, your cells are doing this anyway. Every 7 years, they're refreshing themselves. What programming are you choosing to believe? What sales pitch are you choosing to believe? It's not your fault other companies have outdated sales programming. It's not your fault other companies have outdated sales programming. You must allow yourself to accept what comes in. I do source respect, source appreciation. You're sick, go to the doctor. Source respect. Which doctors do you have? Do you allow yourself a choice of doctors? Established, respected person. A established, respected American would. A established, respected individual would. Source respect, source appreciation. No matter where you are, you would. Source energy. Now, 5. Accept the radical change. Accept the new learnings. Let go of trying to keep safe checking it with your old outdated programming that was designed to keep you nowhere fast. And faster than that. Source respect, let it go. The next letter, D, 4. Again, it's reminding you. What is that radical change to accept as your new fundamental existence? The amount of your new understanding now of where we're at in the Monday about caring of what you do, about caring of what your actions that you do. Are they based off of self-accepted challenges? Are they based off of self-accepted challenges? That's right, because that etherical, moisturized thing walked through the etherical path. That was that noise on the floor. Source respect, source appreciation, understanding. Look at the numbers they're talking to you when you watch this channel. They're always talking to you, but this channel teaches you optimally from its angle how to learn them and how to learn yourself immediately in all seconds, and how to have the courage to admit what you need to disintegrate blockages, to allow others to connect to you and others. What are the others? The other essential things you think you deserve? Well, you're going to only deserve them. You're only going to allow the option. You're only going to allow the connection of them when you allow the disintegration of your allowance to express to you, to be you. That includes me too. Source respect, source energy, source now, source prosperity. That's what it's saying. Allow the now. What's the care? Allow it to be the new integration of yourself. Allow it to be the new integration of yourself. Allow it to be the new integration of yourself. That's what it's telling you, D. Now, A1, A1. That's right. It's telling you now to be you. Allow this work to be done and then care. Wherever you might end up on this Monday, the care, because the 1 is the 2. Ultimately, it is the ones to do the same as the 4, but it is the predecessor to the 4. What do they have in common? They are the beginnings of a number cycle. They are beginnings of the number cycle. What separates the 1 from the 4 more so, from one's angle point of view, because we're at the A1 here, is the fact that the A1 is the first So it wants to give, it wants to do for others too. Or in other words, once it knows how to respect others, it also wants to help others in any way possible. It also wants to help others in any way possible. More so than the 4 and differently than the 4. More so than the 4 and differently than the 4. More so than the 4 and differently than the 4. The 4 will have different obstacles innately because it is a 4. Source respect. The 1 will have different obstacles innately because it is a 1. So when you go to wherever you share your Monday and whoever you share your Monday with, no matter what, understand it is for you to share and appreciate immediately your other self, because ultimately anybody else you see is your other self. Go ahead, watch any of these videos to understand learning. Watch any of these videos on the channel or any other channels I have recommended to learn and to understand how the other self is you too, ultimately. But you must, the only way you're going to understand that is to respect that only you are in the mirror. See the flow and essence and the flow set ether that you allow yourself to flow on and learn in your level, so that you are. Source respect. A1. Allow yourself to appreciate the others that you share. Any time, space, any now, physical space, in any way. Even on the phones, even on a web messenger, even through an email. Through Mondays of resurgence or the refreshment, to appreciate them, right? On any other day, because they're your team. That's who you work with. They're your team. That's how you get the source energy. You get a zinc line. That's how you let yourself do it to it, flow to it. Moon. Let yourself care. Taker. O. Source respect. Now you go through the Y. The 2, 5, 7. Alright. The 7 is showing you to close it off here. 7 has a nickname of being God's favorite number. You got the 7 chakras in your primary vessel. 7 chakras are 7 primary energy points where you're feeling everything constantly in your primary vessel, and you've programmed your ego. You've used your 6th chakra in an egotistical manner to run from understanding the evenly matched other energy chakras, points of intake of intellect. Then you use your brain in connection to them through your spinal system, and ultimately through your outside, but through your, how allowed through the outside, through your insides first. Source respect. That's why it's twerk something sessions on this level. Some source respect. 2. And it's telling you zinc line through that form of completion on your Monday. Take your ass up and challenge yourself to actions that you get involved in, no matter what. Doesn't matter where you are, even if it's not exactly what you're going to do. Well, then challenge yourself to get involved in a job that has something to do with what you know your self-challenges ultimately are. What are your self-challenges? To get involved in the stuff that you know you love. To get involved in the stuff that you know you love. That's where any mental strain comes from first. No matter what you've been through. You gotta, and if, depending on what you've been through, you're going to have to tackle some real disrespectful things from early times in life. Personal things, childhood traumas, and some of the things that you were trained to think wasn't trauma, and you were happy because you had food on the table, and you were trained to think it wasn't trauma. This is the true things you have to accept, and this is what you have to understand. This will help you optimize what your Monday is, and any now is. Source respect, source appreciation, where you allow your power of now. You are the source energy. Allow the power of your now. Source respect, source appreciation, source energy. Ooh, yeah. Source respect, source appreciation. All right, another important detail you want to add to understanding of 7 in this Monday equation. I already explained it in the primary source of the video. It's going to put this in here now. Source respect. But it's to understand, and also why it's being put in this way, to show you how it's pure admittance about mental wellness. You go pure admittance. Source respect. You always have, you flow now, you honestly have fun. You go 7 is also the beginning of a cycle. Which one? The 3rd cycle of numbers. The 3rd and most extreme cycle of numbers. It doesn't mean that they're better than any other number. It just means that this is the way you get to know them. The 2nd cycle is more toned in. The first one is more abroad and all. This is about their conscious awareness of immediateness. And the last cycle are more extremities. Source respect. You'll find that in a lot of professions too. But and then you'll find also that they all might end up mixed with each other too. But just certain professions, like for examples, a lot of people who do get in the care business, you'll find a lot of sevens, a lot of nines, excuse me, and also sevens, but a lot of nines, in particularly in care business, nurses and stuff. Social respect, just one little example. So, but then you'll find other numbers around too. All right, it's all the same. But the 7 is the beginning of a cycle. The first number, a masculine number, the first. It doesn't mean, whatever you're going through, that this doesn't matter what you have in between your legs. It doesn't mean you can't have masculine. It's not about that. It's about understanding how to appreciate the totality of yourself and understanding how to let go of programs that are sales pitches to lock you into certain ways of thinking to ultimately minimize your potentiality, which is innately infinite, no matter what. Source, no matter what. Doesn't matter what you look like. Doesn't matter what you are. Source respect, source appreciation. You got to know how to own your craft. You got to know how to respect yourself. You got to know how to honesty and maximize your strength. How? How do you maximize strength? By identifying the many of your weaknesses. Source respect, source appreciation, source energy. I'll give you confidence to know and admit what you run from. Source respect, source now, source energy, source prosperity. When you allow your power now, that's what's showing you understanding. So the Monday is showing you again totality. Own your 3 beginning of cycles of 1 through the 1, 4, and 7. Own your beginning now cycles of 1 through the beginning, through in Monday's failing you, telling you that. It's challenges. What is your self-challenges? Are you appreciating your now? Or you just don't want to face any days? You want to hate the day. Source respect. All right, you got to vent, but let's go. Get out of the blame. Own the self-ownership. So Monday's showing you 7, 1, 2 4s. Hone in on how to care. 6, on how to care of yourself. Accept this now as your radical change. Accept this permanent refreshment Monday brings you as your radical change of diving into self-care works. Allowing your ownership of the connectedness of the deep care of yourself to infill yourself, to enthrall yourself, to throw yourself into, to bombard yourself with self-accepted true challenges of self. And you will allow spiritual and etherical and as a result physical connections to anyone you feel you should have met, or people that will just shock you, be like they're involved in, oh my goodness, things that I don't believe you're involved in. That's what it'll do. That's what the Mondays will allow us. The Mondays will turn into, because of the 7 is the etherical connections, the spiritual, your intuitiveness, your connectiveness power, your ability to connect, to streamline, to the source energy, which is ultimately any currency you think you deserve. Source respect. But you got to do the actions. That's what the Monday's telling you. That's what the 4's telling you. That's what the 1's telling you. That's what the 7 says. You accept this as a radical change. Do the actions of the self-care. Allow your integration. Hit the subscribe button. Allow this to be you. This learning is coming. It's now. Don't judge the outtake and learn. You got a question, please ask in the comments. Please ask away. Please leave comments. Let's go. Source respect. Allow yourself. What's like the appreciation of the BU. Source respect. Source appreciation. 82 subscribers and beyond. Any now viewing them now beyond. Source appreciation. Source respect. Source energy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Source now. Alright, yeah, it's choppy woppy. The appreciation of the video. Now the Monday is showing you as such as what you heard thus far and learned thus far and saw thus far. The Moonday is going to do the same thing, just going to amplify one thing. What's going to amplify? The 6. So it's telling you again. That's what the moon is. It's telling you. Allow this hone-in focus of your route, of the realm this is, the now, of this plane that we exist on Earth. If you want to let Hollywood permanently describe you, then you go for the ball Earth. I can help you that way too if you want to go that way. But it'll be more in depth with the movies and TV shows and stuff, or whatever you watch. If you want Hollywood to define you, or music, whatever it is, because it's already known that a lot of people know. Let's not even open a can of worms right now, even though it's already open. It's been open. But I help you use anything, whatever you want to use. I help you decipher on a personal level. But on a broad level, I present you guys these numbers. And then on the Moonday, it's showing you double 6 as opposed to Monday, where it's 1 6. because somebody would say, oh, an angry truther or a conspiracy theorist. I don't even like using that term. That's the outdated term. Let's get it with it. An angry truther would have you say, oh, it's because of the corruption. And you know what? It's probably true. It could be true technically because of some type of corruption or someone's agenda. But then let go of it. It was just someone's agenda. Do you know what your agenda is? So let go of these hating on somebody that has formulated an agenda. You got to formulate your honest agenda, which is not having one ultimately, except for what you're doing to get accomplished what you need done. Now, what am I doing right now in this soliloquy, in this now, in this delivery, in this speech, in this wellness trip, video, whatever you want to call it? What am I doing? Directly taking you through the moon, the double six, the extra care required for you to hop onto, to understand how to morph and allow your allowance of now through the Monday. I'll take you through every level throughout all the programming and help you learn how to let go. Establish your broken self, admit where you're broken, and allow yourself to be you. And you will blossom out to be whatever you think you were supposed to have. You are. You gotta allow, you want to allow your power of now. Let go of trying to compare. Allow this double care of the Moonday to go into the permanent influx of your now minutes. When you hold it on to your big fat gut, or your minuscule arms, or your arms that are too little, whatever way you want to get angry at yourself, you're not allowing the air to come in. You're not allowing yourself to be at level. You're too busy in the false. You're too busy in the misuse of the six. You're in fear of self through glorification of separation and the illusion of secrecy. If you know there's a higher power, you're not alone. If you think there's no higher power, you're not alone, because you're watching this on a phone that has the ability to be tapped into fully at any given moment. So much so that when you call for help on your phone now, a lot of the times, they will take over your phone with your admittance of allowing them to do. Will you allow your self-admittance of honesty to be you too? Or you keep running from you? Allow yourself to dive in. The Moonday showing you. Hone in to the work of you. What work? The self-care of you. What work? The self-care of you. That is the care of any other. That is the care of any other. Allow this to become the radical change of your fundamental existence. Allow this radical change to be your fundamental existence now. Allow challenges to upkeep that and respect in your infinite ability to creativity. 4, again, hone in of the working of actions of yourself towards actions of your passions and self-inquisitions and self-preferences of being. Do this work, hone it in. Allow appreciation of this work to be shared with anyone else helping you on this journey throughout these days. Allow this to optimize the team, to keep expanding the team in any way necessary, whether it be within the now teammates, the expansion of teammates, etc. Allow this to be done to your most actualized moments of now, to your most internalized self. Allow your guts, allow your bowels, allow your truth, allow yourself to dive into the truth that you want to do, that you feel you know you got to do, that you feel you know you're going to do, that you know that you're going to do. If you're afraid, then allow yourself to transmute the fear into the just doing the actions. Just allow yourself to dive in. You got Apply for the job. Do it. Leave the safety net. Allow the safety net all opportunity to show itself if it will support you. And if it keeps showing you why it shouldn't, if it keeps showing you to go against that true you, you have to remove yourself from the situation if you desire to honor the reason you exist. Source respect, source appreciation, source energy, source prosperity.